Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel, She Plans, She Budgets. In today's video, we'll be closing out my April's budget, so let's get started. Alright, so as you can see here, here's my April monthly budget page. But first, I do want to complete my weekly forward check-in right here. So I'm going to take this page, flip over to the calendar view. Alright, which is right here. Alright, so just to save some time, I did already put down my no spend days between April 24th and April 30th. So I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 no spend days. And I had one bill due on the 27th, which was my utilities bill for $209, which was paid. And then I also had 2 transactions, both on the 27th. And the first was to the liquor store, and I spent $30.96 from my personal fund. And then lastly, from my sinking funds, my boyfriend and I had a pizza night for $28, and that pizza night was sponsored by our pets category, and yeah, it cost $28 and we went to Pizza Hut. All right, so that is it for that. So here is my weekly check-in for number 4 from the 24th to the 30th. So I had no expenses for gas. And last time my envelopes for gas, groceries, household, and laundry were all 0, so that is still true for this week. So I'm gonna just go ahead and put 0 for everything: gas, groceries, household, and laundry. And then for personal, I spent $30.96. Last time I had $33.55. So $33.55 minus $30.96 equals $2.59 is remaining in my bank account. And then for sinking funds, I spent $28 from the pets category. And then last time I had $1,794 in my sinking funds. So $1,794 minus 28 means I should have $1,766 remaining, which we will count today. So $1,766, and then no unbudgeted expenses. So 0 and 0. All right. As you can see here, this is my expense tracker legend, and these are the various colors I use for each category. And I like to keep that clipped right here, but actually I'll move it over for May. All right, so now for the results section. Here, I just want to add up the total, the totals that I spent in each category, which will be fairly simple because this is what I added in the beginning, and since I have a 0 balance, means I spent all of it. So for gas, I spent all of this allocation was $200. Groceries, I spent $400. Household, $75. Laundry, $50. For personal, I gave myself $200 in week 1 and then another $200 in week 3. So I gave myself $400, but I have $259 remaining, so I spent $397.41 this month. And then for sinking funds, I've spent $21 the first week, nothing the second, $40 the third week, $128 the fourth week for a total of $89. Okay. And then for the balances for all of these will be the same as week 4. So 0, 0, 0, 0, $2.59, and $1,766. And then here, oh, unbudgeted. I spent $34.15 in week 3, but that was just the leftover money from paycheck number 2. So I'll write here that I spent $34.15, but it didn't leave me in a negative because that was just what I had left over from my second paycheck. So I'll just write 0 there. Okay, so that is my totals of what I spent in the month. $200 for gas, $400 for groceries, $75 for household, $50 for laundry, $397.41 for personal, $89 out of my sinking funds, and $34.15 for unbudgeted, but you know, left over from paycheck 2. So that concludes my weekly check-in portion. And I like to keep that next to the April's or the monthly budget page. All right, so now for my April monthly budget page. So to fill this out, we need to review paychecks 1 and 2 real quick. So paycheck 1, I brought in $2,180.06. And then at the end of the budget, I was still short by $3.11. And in this budget results video, I did share that I deposited $3.11 from my change purse into my bank account to make up this shortage of $3.11. Okay, so for paycheck 1, that was, actually, let me just close this up. So $2,180.06. So for, actually, I'll just come back to that. All right, so $21.80.06, and the difference here was $50.06. Okay, so next for paycheck 2. For paycheck 2, I brought home $1,891.24. And this is where I show in my paycheck 2 results video that I had an additional $34.15 left over. And that is what was used for that unbudgeted expense I had in week 3. Okay, so here I'm going to write down 1,800, what was it, $91.24, and this variance was $41.24. Okay, so the difference between these two paychecks, this paycheck was April 3rd and this paycheck was April 17th, and this is when my company applied these salary reductions for managers. So my effective date was my April 17th paycheck, so paycheck number 2. So that's why you see the difference between these two paychecks is when the this is when the salary reduction was applied. Okay, and then next for miscellaneous. So when I originally did this budget video, I should have added the rollover from March, which I forgot to do. So I'm going to add that here now for the actual. So just to go back down memory lane real quick from my March's budget, I did in March budget with a surplus of $605.21 at the end of the budget, as well as I had an additional $150 from my cash envelopes rollover. So I rolled over $120 from gas plus $30 from laundry. So that is $605.21 plus $150 plus the $3.11 that I added from my change purse into my bank account. So adding up those three numbers, I will have $605.21 plus $150 plus $311 equals $758.32 was my miscellaneous money for the month of April, because it was rolled over from March and I had added that change into my account from paycheck 1. So again, that was $758.32. Okay, and I won't worry about that part. Okay, so to total this up, I'm gonna have $2,180.06 plus $1,891.24 plus $758.32 for a grand total of $4,829.62. Okay, so now for my actual expenses. Water bill was right on target, and that's because I received the bill right before I made this video initially. So it was $133.46 as expected, so no variance. Sinking funds, I stuffed $490, no variance. Cash envelopes was stuffed at $725, no variance there. And then for my personal, for paycheck 1 and 2, I did give myself $200 each pay period, so that means for a total of $400. So this had a $100 variance, and that was to help make up some of the shortage for expenses. And then the additional expense I did add for this budget was my April's mortgage. And that is because normally I will pay my following month's mortgage with the second paycheck from the previous month. But, you know, this pandemic just escalated mid-March. So when I needed to stock up on groceries, I used the money that I had, which was for my April's mortgage. So I ended up spending majority of that. So I did not pay my mortgage prior to April 1st, which is why I had to make up for it with my April's paychecks. So I didn't pay it initially, but I did set aside the money, which is where this $758.32 came into play. And so that mortgage payment was for $1,314.92, and the difference was covered between $758.32 and $1,314.92 was made up from paycheck 1. All right, so won't worry about that. And then just going to add up my total variable expense. So that would be $133.46 plus $490 plus $725 plus $400 plus $1,314.92 equals $3,063.38 for an actual variable expense. So $30.63.38. All right, and then bring that down here. So actual income, $4,829.62, and minus my actual variable, which was $3,063.38. All right, so next to review my fixed expenses, auto was $133.17, phone bill was $75, Verizon was $109.89, and then for my Scribble Prints Co. Oh, I'm sorry. My Verizon was set to be $109.89, but I actually did not make this payment this month for Verizon or Scribble Prince Co. for $33.34, and that is because these two bills are due on May 1st. And since I will be getting paid on May 1st, I decided to push these two bills for the actual due date instead of paying them ahead as I normally do, so that I could pay everything that was due in April. So these two expenses were actually zero. So $109.89 was not paid, as well as $33.34. And these two payments are automatic, so they will automatically get drafted on May 1st, which is perfectly fine since, you know, that's their due date and I will be getting paid the same day as well. So that's how I worked out those two. Utilities was $209, and I also budgeted for my May's mortgage that I paid, I think, in my second paycheck. So around, I think it came out on April 20th. So, and that was for $1,314.92. So this number is slightly different. So let me add that up. So that is $133.17 plus 75 plus 209 plus 1314.92. And that total is $1,732.09. All right. So we do the math here, $4,829.62 minus $3,063.38 minus $1,732.09 leaves me with $34.15. And you know what? That's actually the budgeted expense that I had that I should have wrote somewhere. So I'll just squeeze it in right here. So unbudgeted was $34.15. So let me just add that to this number real quick. So $1732.09 plus $34.15 is $1,766.24. So $1,766.24, which will make my budget zero. So I broke even this month. Which is totally okay with me as long as it's not negative. So that takes care of my budget. So April, I broke even, thank God. For my weekly check-in, this $2.59 will be rolled over to my debt snowball savings, and then the sinking funds will roll over into April for $1,766. And we'll go right on ahead to my sinking funds page to close that out and to verify that all the cash is there. So didn't have many transactions for April, so this should be simple. For vacation, didn't spend anything, so I should have $600. Self-care, didn't spend, so I should have $30. Pets, I started off with $15, added in 40 to total 55. Then I spent 13, then 8, and then 28. So that means I should have $6 remaining. So 55 minus 6 is 49, so that means I spent $49. Okay, so car maintenance, didn't spend, so I should have $260. Gifts should be $50. Eating out, is not being funded. 30th birthday should have $440. Vet and grooming should have $220. Home projects should have $160. And then lawn care, I spent the $40. So this should be at 0. So my total expenses for the month was 49 plus 40, which is 89. And then just to run through these totals, so 600 plus 30 plus 6 plus 260 plus 50 plus 440 plus 220 plus 160. So I should have $1,766. And let's verify that I do. Here is my cash envelopes and sinking funds planner book holder. And then these are my cash envelopes that we all know are 0 for gas, groceries, household, and laundry. So starting with vacation, I should have 600. 1, 2, 3, 4, 450, 5, 550, 6. And thank you for commenting on a previous video where I asked you guys if I should continue to save for vacations or apply this money to debt whenever I do start paying off debt. I think I am going to just continue to save for vacation because this pandemic is driving me crazy with staying in the house, and I understand it's for my own safety, which is why I am abiding by the guidelines. But at the same time, I'm still losing my mind staying at home and doing really nothing. So I think saving for a vacation for once the stay-at-home order is lifted is what is best, because, you know, I could really use a vacation right now, as I'm sure many of you could as well. And then for self-care, I should have 30. So 10, 20, 30. All there. Pets should have $6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. And then car maintenance should have $260. 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, 120, 140, 160, 180, 200, 220, 240, 260. Okay, good. Gifts should have 50. 20, 40, 50. Eating now is not being funded, so that's 0. And then my 30th birthday should have 440. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 420, 440. All right, and then next is vet and grooming, which should have 220. So 50, 100, 150, 200, 220. And then lastly, for home projects, this should have 160, 50, 100, 150, 160. And that is because lawn care is currently at 0, because I did get my grass cut. And then my debt snowball savings is, you know, in the bank, and the envelope is 0. So after verifying all those numbers, that should equal $1,766. So my sinking funds is now accounted for. Okay, so next for my debt tracker. So as I've been mentioning all month, I'm not paying off my student loans right now. I'm just saving towards it. So all of that is 0. There was no additional payments. For April, I didn't think I'll be able to save any money, but I was, because I did receive my, let me just flip to that page real quick. I did receive my stimulus check for $396.05, and that is going towards my debt savings. So I'm gonna check that off. And then we're gonna skip over these two because these two amounts went towards my boyfriend that I covered in a previous weekly check-in. And then I also received a check in the mail for my bank. There was a overdraft class action, and I received $2.55 for it. So that's going into my debt snowball savings. And then my personal fund for $2.59 that I just that we just calculated together for my weekly check-in number 4. I'm going to roll that over to debt as well. So just to total up those three, $396.05 plus $2.55 plus $55 and then $2.59 from the personal fund equals $401.19. So that amount will be added towards my debt snowball savings. Nothing was subtracted this month. So that means I'll be ending the month with $3,753.19. And just as a reminder for anyone that's new watching this video, this starting amount of $3,352 did come from my March's variable income, aka my 2019 tax return refund. All right, so this money will be saved towards debt because that's where it was going pre the pandemic. But while we're in the pandemic, I decided to hold on to this money just in case I need it for any emergencies. And hopefully I won't need it for emergencies, but in case I do have it available. And I decided to just keep adding money towards it to basically stockpile for this, situation. But if I don't end up using it for emergencies or anything like that during this time period, and once this time is over, I will resume paying off debt, and this amount will go towards my next student loan, which is my Perkins loan with UAS, and it's currently at $3,191.23, and it will remain at that amount until September 30th, because currently all of my loans have a 0 interest due to the government stimulus bill, or to help us out during this time. So I won't restart receiving or accumulating interest again until October 1st. And by that time, I will decide if I want to just go ahead and pay this one loan off or just continue to save towards that. It just depends on how these next couple of months go. So for right here, I do want to just write down for my actual, I was able to save. So instead of a debt payoff plan, this can just be called a debt savings plan. So I was able to save $401.19. Should have wrote the $sign in there. So $401.19, and that was from the stimulus check, personal fund rollover, and then that class action check as well. So I did write down a goal for May and June to save $500 towards each for each month towards that. Right now, $500 for May doesn't look like it's going to happen per my video that I just filmed, or I should say just posted, but I'll write down the numbers in May. Okay, so that is done for that page, and I'm done with this page. This first bullet point was just my emergency fund, and that is according to Dave Ramsey's baby step number 1. So I still have the emergency fund. And then I'm kind of just reserving this money as a part of that for any emergencies that may occur. So, but I do want to write it separately because, you know, once things go back to normal, this money will go off to debt, and this will just stay as my bare minimum emergency fund at $1,000. Okay, and then lastly, for my monthly view, I do want to just check off these 2 transactions that we already checked in. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it for this budget closeout video. So I had a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 no paydays for the month of April, which is pretty cool. But, you know, obviously it's because we're all basically staying home and not spending as much as we normally would, which isn't a bad thing financially, but, you know, given the circumstances, it's pretty bad. All right, so that is basically everything for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe down below, and then I will see you all in May. Bye.